I'm Keegan Shivers,
I'm Nick Shivers.
and this is the Shivers Report, where you get the most up-to-date real estate information.
In the world.
Approximately 70% of agents didn't sell a single home last year in 2025, which is crazy. Was actually nuts. So how in 2026 do agents separate themselves from the rest of the...
Get up in the morning. I mean, come on. That is the reality is a lot of people got in this business because they thought it was easy money. And from 2020 to June of 2022, it was. You could put a sign in the yard, and before you actually had it up, you had 20 offers. That game is over. There's a low barrier of entry to get in our business.
Yeah.
So a lot of people did.
Yep.
And they had no business knowledge. They had no grit. They had no sales skills. But they were able to do it because Aunt Jenny and best friend Joe, and they look like superstars.
Yeah.
But the market, when the tide goes out, you can see who's wearing swimsuits, right? That's an old man term if you've ever heard that.
Terrible.
But this is a job, and it's not a 9-to-5 job. This is a Monday through Sunday job, and 7 days a week with control. Once you know how to do your business, you can make sure it isn't 7 days a week. But the fact is, you got to go to work.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of people too, it can get overwhelming because you're competing against people who have been in the industry for a very long time, who dominate the market, who have the ability and opportunity to have people calling for them, having lead sources that are sending even their best friends to those people.
Right.
I mean, I just signed a listing yesterday where their friend's sign was up in the yard. They hadn't signed with them yet, and we're going live next week.
Well, that's a great question because, Keeg, you graduated college last year.
Yep.
Had a great basketball career. And yes, you have an advantage that you're my son, but they don't know that you're my son. And you go out and the agent, because I knew the agent you were competing against, and they've been in the business 25. They're a great agent. How did you win?
Problems and solutions to those problems. If you have a client or somebody who has a specific scenario and all you can come to them with is, I can traditionally list your house. I can put it on the open market. I can put the sign in the yard and see what happens. That is not always the solution people are looking for. There's time frames you have to be thinking about. There's money constraints you have to be thinking about. Sometimes there's no ability for someone to be able to show the property because maybe they had a hoarder living in the house. How do you set it up in a way that you can bring a solution to get them the most amount of money and solve their problems?
Yeah. I think you have to have a lot of different tools in your tool belt.
Yep.
Like you said, every person, every house, every situation is different. And you have to have the knowledge to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do that if you've been in the business 20 years. I mean, you, Taylor, Logan,
all the younger agents on our team.
All younger agents on the team, and you guys go out there because in a matter of a year, you have more knowledge, more experience than 90% of the agents out there. But it isn't by accident.
Yeah.
How do you get that information? How do you get that knowledge?
Yeah. It's using and being able to learn from people who have done it before you. I mean, you sold over 5,000 homes, over $2 billion worth of real estate. If I came into the industry and didn't have any sort of guidance, I would probably be in a pretty tough position right now. Just because, having the ability to ask questions to people in our office who are on our team who've been in the business for a while is night and day. Because I just talked to an agent yesterday. His parents are in the business, have been in real estate, and he hasn't been able to get anything because he has nobody to go to.
Right.
And have the ability to know what it takes to get to that next level.
Right.
What calls do I need to be making? What scripts do I need to be dialing and using when I'm talking to for sale by owners, expired listings? And sometimes it can feel like you're steering a ship that has no rudder.
Right. Okay. So as a new agent into the game, what would one piece of advice you would give someone that has been in the business for, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and they're struggling? What's one piece of advice you'd give them to start doing immediately to turn that around?
I would find someone that is in your market that is doing what you want to be doing the deals that you want to be doing, and see what they're doing that you can replicate.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're doing something right.
Right.
And yes, maybe they've been doing it for a long time and that's part of the success that they're having now. But that is years and years and years of compounding to get to that point. So doing anything you can to be able to maybe get proximity to that person,
Okay.
bring some type of value to that person. If it's, my buddy Omar, he worked at an internship for a guy for 9 months before he did anything in real estate. He just said, I'm going to be here every single day to see what I need to do to become successful like you have,
Right.
for 9 months
Yeah.
while he was still in college as well.
Yeah.
And doing something like that is what's going to take you to that next level because you get an insight to what it takes versus just flying in the wind as like a leaf.
Right. The one thing that I'd give agents a piece of advice is this is a lead generation. This is a person game.
Yeah.
This is a full contact sport.
Mhm.
Yes. So in this new world, you and Kaya, my daughter, the incredible social media guru, marketing queen, is making me do a lot of these social media things, but it's not something that I would have ever done. But it isn't quick like now business.
No.
So you have to be in proximity to people. You have to talk to people.
Yep.
And now again, I think there might be some agents that immediately social media turns things on, but I think that's far and few
I agree.
out there. If you want immediate business, I'm going to tell you, you either are talking to people via the phone or a door knocking or open houses.
Mhm.
Okay. That is where I would start. And networking groups.
Yeah.
You have to be in conversation with people, and you're going to have to get real thick skin and get kicked around a little bit of people saying no to you.
How many times can you take the no, the FUs and all that and still get back up and keep going?
Yeah. I think I remember when you first started and there was a group of you guys and they're all brand new agents and you had the contest who could get the most F-offs in it.
Yeah. 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 I think another thing too is, as a most likely a little bit younger agent,
Yeah.
you have the tools and the technology at your disposal.
Oh,
An old guy like you barely knows how to use his phone.
Yeah.
So understanding how to utilize AI to help you the best way possible,
Oh.
I think is huge.
Yes.
Being able to leverage AI while still keeping your personality, while still keeping your creativity in the things that matter with that. But workflows, I mean, automations for text messages, all that stuff,
Yeah.
making those a priority to use your time in the best.
I would call it
manner.
AI enhance
Yeah.
agents.
Yep.
But Keegan, would you agree with this? The agent versus the robot, the agent always wins.
Yeah. I mean,
Terminator proved that back in the 1980s.
Yep.
There was 5 Terminators. The robots always lost.
mhm.
And I still believe that. The AI enhanced agent, oh man. Even an old guy like me, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think that is going to be the next wave. And I still think we're early. If you think and look at the adoption of social media, it started when? 2010, 2012, 2013. And look, 13, 14, 15 years. Now it's one of the main things. Gary Vee talked about it back then. It's going to be the biggest thing that ever happens in the world. And it has.
Yeah.
AI, I believe, is going to get to that point.
If you're an old seasoned vet and you're trying to say, oh, I'm not going to do that, I think you're going to be in trouble. I really do.
Yeah. So utilizing AI, having the tools to solve people's problems.
Yeah. Humans rock. Yeah, I'm going to say that.
And humans rock.